Today we got a few surprises. We were going to do an anti-bullying episode, but we're going to swing for that next week. We kind of lost contact with our caller, but we will get her. And even if she doesn't call next weekend, due to convenience or whatever, we'll still have a hefty 5 show for you. We got to speak on anti-bullying because it upsets me so much, and I want to make sure that I squeeze that in this season. Word?
Yes.
Word. All right, so we are going to go out into more than a couple Sizzlin Topics. So let's go into the Sizzlin Topics. Boom.
By the time they come eat, we done ate and then cleaned all the dishes. You gotta.
Okay, Cedar Point's Mean Streak roller coaster. The wooden roller coaster at the Cedar Point. It's not very old at all, but I guess they're going to take it down because of the mishaps that have happened. And I guess a lot of people have, gotten killed, trying to go inside the fence or whatever, or who knows what it is. But I guess it's a lot of bad hooju around the roller coaster. And as fun as it was, take it down if it needs to be taken down, because it's not as important as folks' lives. Please like, share, comment if you've ever rode the ride, or have a different opinion or feel like they should. Keep it up, you know what I'm saying, folks? Maybe their representatives watch the show and can switch things around. Okay, moving on. Star Wars Rogue One. Here recently, the last Star Wars movie. The Rogue One story is like a Star Wars story. It's not really picking up where the last one left off, at least I don't think. The last one upset Star Wars fans because of, and this blew my mind, the lead actor, I forget his name, but the lead actor of the last movie was a black kid, and folks went in an uproar because of that. But the movie still did reasonably well. Rogue One is a Star Wars story that's not really, deriving from that last one. It's all new characters. But this is loaded with stars. It's got Felicity Jones, Diego Luna. It's directed by Garth Edwards. It's got Forrest Whitaker in it, so they're going to keep it, a little. It's going. I'm sorry for that who was upsetting folks. This is America. We got to keep it America, and I have a good, even though it's not derived from the sequence and it's a little off, I feel like it's going to still do well in the theaters. I know I'm going to be in the theater. All right, in race news, we're going to just go ahead and throw it out there because that's what it is. Dylan Roof, I was going to call him the kid, the white man who shot the 9 people in the South Carolina church. His lawyers are pulling for him. They are fighting the death penalty. He wants a chance to be able to live, to tell about it. Now, if you folks feel like he should get a chance or if he shouldn't, please like, share, comment. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? This is America.
What is there for him to tell about it? I mean, what is it that he wants to share?
Well, that's just my spin on it. He didn't say that he wants to live to tell about it. He just wants to live.
Oh. Well,
I'm sure that if he lives, he's going to tell people about it. You know what I mean?
Well, he should have thought about that before he did.
I agree.
Because like you said, we are in America.
We are in America. Ain't that the truth? Dylan Roof, wow. Real quick, so comment on Dylan Roof, folks, and in the comments, I've never said this on the show, but I've been meaning to say this. In the comments, if we have comments and you're disagreeing with somebody else who comments, we're not here to argue. It's okay if you disagree. It's human to disagree. We're not here to argue and fight. Everybody put their we're going to voice our opinion, you voice yours, and we're going to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? All right. Real quick, I just wanted to say RIP to Karen Gaines. She's a 23-year-old black lady in Missouri. 23 years old, had a standoff with police. Wasn't sure if the police, I don't think it has been stated in the media if the police were wearing body cams or not. Standoff with police. She had a 5-year-old son, ended up getting injured in the melee.
Yeah, what I seen was they did have body cams on, but they erased all the tapes.
They erased the tapes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it said, I seen it on the news this morning.
Wow.
And that they erased all the tapes and saying that she pulled a gun on him.
Yeah, I knew that she was armed. And that's a tough one. But human beings, we're not cattle. We're human beings. And then when I wrote this subject down, I knew, this was a few days ago when I saw it and I wrote it down, and I had to sit with the story so I don't lose it on camera. But we gotta pray for a better America. Oh, and by the way, the water is still dirty in Flint. They're doing a lot of distractions so we can forget about that and no one will be held accountable. So we're gonna keep voicing that until somebody goes to jail for that, you know.
There are still some local places that are accepting cases of bottled water because they're still taking water to.
Yeah, if you can donate some water, please donate to the people down there. And don't ever forget, because the media is not going to tell you anything about Detroit nor their water or the guy who is held responsible. He is, I'm sure, somewhere on vacation enjoying a latte or a pina colada. Terrible. All right, so real quick, we are going to go into a health benefits. I promised you one last week, so I went ahead and look up a little something. And this is something that most folks don't like to do nowadays, which is very important. It helps out in so many ways. It is the health benefits of reading.
So beautiful.
Of reading books. Books, you know, at this point, reading anything is good for you. The back of a medicine, lotion, newspaper. Folks just don't read nowadays. So these are the 10 benefits of reading, okay? Number 1, mental stimulation. You know, being able to react more to situations and uncanny answers. Somebody asks you something, you can find an answer and hit them back with an uncanny answer very quickly because your mental is stimulated. All right, Claire, number 2.
Stress reduction.
Stress reduction.
Well, I see some statements that it's making, and I understand what it's saying about stress reduction, because if you're stressed out, you're trying to go to sleep at night, you can't. You're sitting up, kind of sheet, looking around. But if you pick up a good book, something that really interests you,
Comic books.
read it, it'll relieve your stress. Normally, it'll put you to sleep.
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that's
Unless
just
it's too good of a book, because I've had some books that I'm thinking I'm gonna read, get tired, and go to sleep, and the book was so good that I ended up staying up all night reading the book.
Yeah. Number 3 is kind of goes without saying. Of course, you get to expand your knowledge, and
Knowledge is power.
knowledge is power. So that's very important. But even though it goes without saying, it's very, very, very important. So yes, knowledge. And number 4, this is very important to me. I'm always trying to expand on my vocabulary. I'm always trying to find a better way to say something that I want to say without sounding ignorant. Now, don't get me wrong, I do speak fluent hood, and I am liable to snap sometime, but I'm always up to expand my vocabulary, and I try to speak to my daughter and her siblings with larger words, and if she doesn't know what it means, we'll talk through it and give her a chance to look it up and give her an understanding early in age so she'll know how to speak like she has some sense later on in life.
And with that said, when you're reading, keep a little dictionary next to you, because if there's a word in there you come across and you don't know, look it up real quick so you'll get an understanding of what you're reading. Because if you don't understand all the words and know their meanings, you're not going to understand what you're reading.
Right. Claire's on it with that one because I totally agree. Memory improvement. This is especially good for anybody who self-medicates, you know, who messes with your memory. Just stay up on a book, read comics, magazines. Like I said, at one point it was get you a novel or something educational, but at this point, folks, get you a magazine or something like
The newspaper, read your local newspaper.
Yeah.
It'll keep you informed on what's going on in your area, as well as keeping your mind stimulated and
Right, all right.
yeah.
Right, all right. And I'm guilty of some of these things. I have been slacking, but I do my fair share of reading. I try to read an actual comic book as opposed to just listening to a graphic novel audio-wise. Nothing wrong with audio tapes, absolutely convenient, and when you don't have time, they're awesome, but it's always better to read. Number 6, stronger analytical thinking skills. And I think that falls into the line of what we said earlier about being able to react.
Well, and that is causing your brain to think. So, like it said in there, if you're reading a mystery story and you're able to solve the mystery before you finish reading the book, you're using good critical and analytical thinking skills.
Right.
And it's always good to test those.
Yes.
Because that helps you in life. Because if you can see a situation, you can say, oh, I see what's about to happen here. You can be out or...
Oh my wow.
Yeah.
OMW. Right. Claire's on it, y'all. Improved focus and concentration, which helps me out a lot when I'm on the road. I've just recently got my driver's license, and focus and concentration, that's my big thing. So anything to help improve on that, I'm up for. Let me see what else we see. Any noteworthy? I just read something here that said when you're into a book, it's just your mind and the story, and the rest of the world falls away. It almost sounds as if you get a vacation every time you open a book. Message. Okay, now moving right along. Better writing skills. I'm into writing. Being Clare is our big writers. We have to write this show and figure out a way to bring up the serious subjects that need to be talked about. At the same time, keep the energy up and make everybody smile. So, better writing skills.
Keeping people's attention, keeping you interested in wanting to watch our show.
Right. We try to make each show a little bit better with each season that goes by, along with the same with the music that we put out, everything that we put out. We try to we won't lose our mind trying to make something better, but we try to write better music and write better lyrics and everything. Tranquility in this world that never sleeps. I think this takes us back. Claire said your mind is racing, you can't sleep, reading helps. So number 9, that sleep, reading will bring along that tranquility and that peace. And it's free entertainment. I like that one. Who don't like free? And who don't like entertainment? So, you know what I mean? Just, close the door. You can't turn off all the lights. Make sure you got plenty of lights where you can read. But, then get yourself relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a bottle of water or coffee or whatever your thing is, and just relax one day. And you don't have to do this every day. It wouldn't hurt if you did it every day. You don't have to do this every day. You can do it once a week, and it'll help out a whole lot. Okay, now for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's Bo Star in the kitchen, and today I made a Louisiana Cajun salmon, and I served it with a little pasta. I'm not gonna throw the recipe up for the pasta, but it's very essential that I give you the preparations and the seasonings that I use for this salmon. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna shoot to that.
B-Star.
Yeah.
B-Star.
Right. Yeah. Check it out. Here we go. Ladies. Yeah. Yo. Gotta get it. Follow me. Bo Star.
I saw these fools try to get around, trying to let me down and all that. But I got an easier way to let them drown.
All right, and what we have here is the Louisiana garlic salmon. It's sweet and spicy. And I used, in the seasoning, I used a little bit of dry garlic, a touch of brown sugar, with a little touch of bourbon, and some Cajun seasoning. Tony Cheshire. It's hard to say, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Little green can with a red top, and it's Cajun seasoning. Any Cajun seasoning will do. To make the Louisiana garlic butter, I just use a little dry garlic and some butter. It's always best to use Louisiana hot sauce. but any hot sauce will really do. But you know, it's always best to use Louisiana, and you want to be careful with the amount of hot sauce that you put into your butter because you'll mess around and make a damn buffalo sauce. So me and Claire is gonna enjoy this. I made a little pasta. I didn't really, you know, put any ingredients. It's just the pasta, just a little garlic, a little sauce, some cheese.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Very good, you know what I'm saying? Now, the best wine to go with something like this would be anything white. I like sweet, chilled wine, so Moscato even better, or Riesling. Clare Mac got me hit to this one stuff one time. It's kind of hybrid of a wine champagne. But I don't know if I can say the name for copyright reasons, but zoom in on it, pause it, zoom in on it, and go get that. Woo!
Excellent.
Folks at home, are you hungry? Wow. I'm so glad I garnished this with a black olive to give that sweet and salty.
You hungry today?
I've been waiting for you to arrive. Yes, I'm hungry, folks. Hongry.
Oh.
Clear my mouth a little bit. Wow. All right, so thanks for tuning in. And until next week, mouthful. And until next week, give me a minute.
Anymore.
I'm your host, Bo Star, with your girl, Clare Mac.
Peace, everybody. Have a good week. Bless somebody this week.
Please. And support them. Peace.
So beautiful. This one's for the crew. Yeah. So amazing. Bo Star. Cheers to you for what you do. I want you to know I appreciate you. Cheers to you for what you do. I want you to know I appreciate you. I want to give a shout out to the best. Tonight we gonna step out, everybody get fresh. My crew will leave the world astonished. Tonight we're gonna celebrate what we accomplished.